Welcome to Searching the Supernatural. This episode will analyze the phenomena of demonic infestation. Demonic infestation is a variety of haunting activity, a stage, as defined by demonologist Ed Warren, who is a practitioner of Catholic religious demonology. Infestation is a stage of diabolical or preternatural invasion. The agenda is to wear down and destroy the people of a certain residence or environment. One can see diabolical infestation featured in classic horror movies, films that used real-life stories as their inspiration. When a person gets a disease in their body, the symptoms may start off mild, but they're not going to go away. They're going to worsen. They're going to deepen. It's going to progress. If left unchecked, infestation may become oppression. Oppression is violent. Its agenda is to mentally and physically exhaust its targets, to break a person or persons. So one may ask, what evidence is there that these malevolent, invasive spirits are in fact spirits? Why assume that these unknown forces are conscious? Why assume that they are intelligent? Maybe this haunting activity is just a psychic mirror, throwing the same psychic energy you will emit back at you. I believe that infestation, as a stage, is an indicator of intelligence. Intelligence has intent. It's aiming at a target. It's steering a vehicle. Nature and natural forces are random and unpredictable. As with the weather, one day the air is warm and the birds are singing. Apparently, God loves you and all is well. The next day, ice pellets sting your face as a fierce wind brings a winter storm into your area. Apparently, God hates you now. The biblical book of Job is about oppression. Satan destroys Job's life completely. Job's few friends wonder, how could a man that had a loving family, wealth, and health suddenly lose everything? Oh man, Job must have really offended God, they presume, to deserve such misfortune. But no, Job did nothing to deserve his misfortune. It simply fell upon him. Now the question is, will he curse God and denounce his faith, or will he continue in faith? Most of the time, demonic infestation will ensue through some type of occultic invitation. Many people who enact invitation are actually unaware of what they are doing. Simply playing with a Ouija board may be enough. The more unjust variety of haunts include generational curses and causes exterior to themselves. Definitions and terms may vary regarding these evil and destructive spirits. All cultures, all religions have the variety of evil spirits and destructive forces. And generally, throughout all these cultural and societal differences, the evil spirits have one thing in common. They are your enemy. They wish for your death and destruction. True investigators of a now retired paranormal group called Shekinah Paranormal Investigations, we have shared recordings of locations under demonic infestation. One location was an apartment near the city of New Haven. This young couple lived there with their young son. When the activities seemed threatening to their son, they broke their lease and immediately fled. Their son reported that his leg was grabbed late one night while in bed. The odd sounds and movement of objects were easy to ignore. This development with their son was unacceptable. To their credit, they prioritized their son and took a financial hit. Their apartment was previously held by an occult practitioner who may have performed some rather gross and vulgar acts while in this place. The stain remained after his death. When investigators came in to this apartment, it was already abandoned. There were no neighbors making noises in the adjacent apartments. It was all quiet. Even the basement area in which they set up recorders was quiet. There was a reported chill that would penetrate their coats and their clothing and just make them shiver through the evening. It was a very unsettling environment for a very quiet apartment. Come in the later night hours, certain knocks and bangs could be heard from unoccupied rooms, and voices, hisses, and growls would manifest where no one was standing. Some of the noises seemed to come from the pipes and from the walls. Many of these sounds were recorded, and they fit the stereotypical, conventional, demonic type sounds.
Interesting noises. Pretty loud. Yeah.
Many times with disembodied voices at haunted locations, they'll record in a very metallic or garbled manner. So sometimes it's hard to actually discern what they are saying. Once in a while you can discern like various words. When you know that the investigative team in no way, no how is responsible for these vocal sounds, when you witness the vocal sounds actually manifesting, that's a very life-changing experience. Now, with the possible interpretation of I'm a pig, or I'm with a pig, or I'm in a pig, any of that, I'm not quite sure what it's saying, but just the mention of a pig goes deep, deep into the root of Christian demonology. In the New Testament, Jesus encountered a possessed man in the countryside, and the demons in the possessed man knew that Jesus was going to cast them out, and they requested permission to enter a herd of pigs that were nearby. Jesus granted them permission, probably because it was not lawful for them to herd pigs, raise pigs, or consume pigs. It was against Jewish law. So Jesus gave them permission to enter the herd of pigs, and the pigs ran down a hillside and off a cliff to their death. The motif of the unclean pig being associated with demonic spirits has been around ever since that New Testament account being written in the 1st century. So that's a very long time. There are many other cases of apparent demonic infestation that Shekinah Paranormal Investigations explored. But this video will just feature the New Haven case because of its very conventional and stereotypical qualities. You have the snarls, the growls, the moans, the groans, and the profanity and the vulgarity. Shekinah's archives will continue to be explored for this series, with other locations suffering from violent and negative haunts. And many of these recordings are creepy, to say the least. What happened to the New Haven family who moved out of the apartment? Well, apparently whatever was there did not attach to them, thankfully. It was attached to the location due to the previous tenant of the apartment. The landlord didn't believe in anything supernatural, so it's unknown as to whether activity continued in that apartment or just died out like a lit piece of charcoal. I often call the haunting phenomena a harsh blessing. Why would it be a blessing? Because it's shocking people, their natural skepticism. It's bringing them out of this mindset that the natural world, as limited by mainstream scientific measurements, is all that there is. And that's a blessing, to be shocked from that confining, narrow, simple-minded view that people have. The naturalism proposed by David Hume, which dominates popular culture, atheism, and certain political systems. David Hume was most decidedly wrong. Now, regarding demonic infestation, most people don't have to worry about it because, as I said, it takes a unique set of circumstances to experience this, and it usually requires a cultic invitation to take root. So, most people do not have to worry about this. And that actually reflects on a greater good. Because these demonic and inhuman spirits, as powerful as they have to follow certain guidelines. They cannot harass or haunt a location unless certain conditions are met. These spiritual or supernatural guidelines reflect back on a greater good, on a natural protection that is afforded the human race. So, do not forsake your natural protection. Do not experiment with the occult. Do not dabble in the occult. And unless you're a person of great faith and strength, do not investigate the occult. Stay clear. Thank you for watching this episode of Searching the Supernatural. More to come.